Welcome to, or welcome back to, the channel about the Nasdaq Scalping bot. In this channel, I show you guys a project that I'm working on in Python. It's my first Python program, and the goal of this program is to create some passive income by doing automated trading on the Nasdaq. Any market can be used together with this bot, so it's not specifically for the Nasdaq, but I use it for the Nasdaq, and I create it with the Nasdaq in mind. And in a daily update, and this is Friday, it's the Friday after Christmas, so in a daily update I show you guys how far we are, what the bot did, and did we or didn't we make any profit, and does the bot do what it should do. And at the end of the week, we're also going to look at how did we do this week. So if you want to know how we did it today, just stay. And as usual, we're going to start with looking at the code. Did I make any changes in the code? Well, let's take a look at the code. And if you look at the code and you see down here already market close and a lot of numbers, and you see for the ones who are following this channel for a couple of weeks now, they see a lot of numbers, and they know that I put out these numbers just to find out what is the bot doing. And these numbers you're looking at were the numbers and the percentage change of 3 candles. So our 3 candles together have a percentage change of more than 7, I believe, is now the current threshold. I started with 3 and upgraded it to 5, and now it's 7, I believe. And right there you see we have a percentage change buy. So there is a buy done with a change in percentage that didn't do. So those were those numbers, but what did I change in the code? And I will show you what I did. And you see the last changes I made was in the open new contract. What I did last week, and I'm not sure last weekend because we had this weekend, yeah. What I did was creating not a stop amount and a profit amount, so I left the amount, the values as being we want to target for a certain amount in dollars, but I choose to go for a profit distance and a stop distance. And in between today, I also tested another one, and I think if I press Ctrl Z, there it is. I tried to get a trailing stop loss, and what I saw, and I'm not sure, but I will explain this later on in the other part when we're talking about the bot and making profits and how the profits went. So I'm not sure if this is the way to go. Maybe it would, but these were the changes I made this week, this weekend, in the code. And I removed the printouts of everything else in the code, like the detect the market condition. Those 3, you see, I already commented them out, and the only one I still wanted to follow and want to see what was happening was the print of the total change in percentage. I want to see what it was. And I see that if there is a change percentage of more than 10%, more or equal to 10%, there will be a change buy or change sell. And that's the only printout I still had. and the rest I already disabled in the code. And I will keep this one also, just to be sure that this is a very effective means of counteracting the market. And I get back to this one, and what I tried today, what I noticed today was that the stop distance of 10 was not good. Well, let's take a look at the bot. If we look at the bot, we see we made almost 31 euros profit, but I started the bot at 6:30 in the evening. So I did some previous changes before I went to this number. So in the last couple of hours, it's already made $31 euros profit. And what I did, and I'm going to show you not the bot, but the market. We see the market was rather active today. It didn't have action on the morning, but later on the day we started and it went down. And whoa, this was not the meaning. Okay, we had some action going on, so not too much action. I wouldn't dare with these kind of numbers to put in money on it, but with the bot we could, and he did. And let's take a look at the profits, at the reports. And I start in the morning. You see, there was in the morning nothing, but later on, you see, I had a €4 loss, a 40 cents profit, a €6 loss, and those were very close to each other. And then you see another ones right here. There were a lot of small losses, and these small stop losses came from the trailing stop loss, but also a trailing stop loss of only 10. And that's what you saw right in the code. You see there was a stop distance of 10, and that was not large enough. So he triggered a stop loss way too early. Didn't get any chance. If there was even a small change while he opened a position, then he already quit the position with a stop loss. And I noticed that while I was watching today what the bot was doing. So I was wondering, why is he opening a position and closing it again? And the only reason that was for the stop loss. Now going to go in front. So I changed the profit distance to 15, sorry, the stop distance to 15 and the profit distance to 30. So giving the bot some more lenience in how far we should go into a loss before he closes the position and say, okay, this is enough. So half the profit distance is the stop distance. And that worked, as you can see in the profits, because when I restarted the bot at a later point, we see that the number of positions closed with a larger stop loss, and this is the only stop loss. We have a stop loss here of 10 and another stop loss of 10. But if we look at the profits, the take profits, we have three take profits compensating for the two stop losses. So we did rather good today. I see 13 and 11 versus some smaller stop losses. So if I look at what we did today, we started with 827 and we ended with 877. So we made €50 profit today. And what I want to do for next week, let's get back to the code, is looking at if I can remove the profit distance. So there's no profit distance, only starting it and then a trailing stop loss, and giving the bot a take profit like I did here, a take profit time of 15 minutes. Looking at what can we reach in 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, doesn't matter how much profit we have, at that point, 15 minutes, it's over, close the position, and then we're good. I want to try this next week, how this feels and how the bot reacts to it. And if it doesn't, then I will go back to this position as what we did today, with a stop distance of 15 and a profit distance of 30. It worked perfectly for today. So I want to know how we did. Going back to the profits. So we made 50 euros today, but there is a but. Not only because of those small stop losses that triggered early in the day, I hope they will be gone next week, because, and we saw later on the evening that the stop losses were bigger, 10 euros, and the take profits were also bigger. So I hope it will be better. And we made 50 euros. And yeah, let's say I'm happy, but we, in the Netherlands, we talk about we never walk over one night of ice. So don't skate on one night of ice. So I want to be sure that for the next week, we're talking about the next week, and in the next week we have the changing of year. So then again, I guess that on Tuesday there won't be that much training going on, but I thought it already from yesterday too. And I'm not sure how we're going to start the new year, but if we can say, and I want to try it, if we can say we can go on for this until not even 877 or 1,000, because 1,000 is only 133. That's not much for difference. If the bot can get back to 1,000, it means that it is profitable again, but it doesn't mean that it is always profitable. So I think I'm gonna put the margin around 1,500 or so. So if he can make another 800, then I'm more confident that with the market and with the bot, it's all good, and we can try to put in real money and see how it works with real money. And that was it for today. It's a short one, I know, and maybe we get some more of those, because if the bot does fine and there are no changes in the code, and we're only testing to get to a certain number, and I don't change anything, then there is nothing much to report about in the daily report. But still, if you think this was a nice video, press like. If you want to see if I really succeed in making a profitable bot, then subscribe. You will be in the loop and you can see how I'm doing this. If you have questions about the bot or you want to make any comments, feel free to put in a comment. Let me know what you think about the bot, what you think about the code, or what you think about the market. Just give me some feedback. You're free to give me some feedback. If you want to talk with me about the bot or about the code, you can find in the description the link to the Discord channel. There is a Discord server. You can talk with me about the bot, and I will keep you guys informed about how the bot does during the week. And if you want to see the bot in action and maybe copy its contents or copying its decisions for your own trading, then you can look at it at Twitch. It won't be this year, but I guess for next year when the bot is really doing fine, and then I will put it on Twitch again. So you can follow me on Twitch. I will leave a link in the description too. And if you want to support me, there is a Patreon link also in the description, but I don't expect anyone to actually use the Patreon, but feel free if you want to. You can support me on Patreon. And that's all I have to say for today. Wishing you all a very nice weekend. And remember, have a little fun every day. See you guys next week.